Hey guys, I'm a minute early, but that's okay. And I'm not doing this in the ready room today. Just not feeling like it. It's too much setup that's required in there. So we're doing it in the library. Hope that's okay with you guys. All right. So this is episode 6 of season 3. Trust nothing. Oh, here I'll trust nothing. Sorry. So we're gonna get into this and talk about it. And I gotta say, I'm super happy with it. Hold on a sec. I just gotta clean the lens. It's gonna be a little loud. Warning you right now. That's better. Sorry, should have had that cleaned beforehand. Anyway, so yeah, this was basically just an episode of DS9, and I absolutely approve of that. It felt like we got a new episode of DS9. It was fantastic. I did like this episode. I think this is in the running at least for the best episode this season. Come on. The last episode with Rutherford was also really good. I think this one wins out, honestly. And I think it's also in the running for one of the best episodes of all of Lower Decks. And it's not just because it was DS9. It's not just because we had some legacy characters return in the form of Kira and Quark and Morn. Morn was there as well. But it just, like I said, it had that feeling of being a new episode of DS9, and I absolutely love that. Deep Space Nine is like my favorite series besides TOS, obviously. And this was nice. This was really nice to kind of come home to this. So Omnitographers excited to be here for the start of things. That's funny. BJ, who's been a member for 24 months at the rank of Commander, says, love Tendi going all pirate. It was great. Yes. Eric Martin says, DS9 looked gorgeous. This is also very true. Good evening, Verpine. Can confirm, no Orions in Ohio. Chur Olivia throws in $5. I'm going to channel my inner peace by stunning my fellow moderators. Ha 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 ha. BJ, episode should have ended with, here are some cork bucks for your tooth. No, I think the episode should have ended, and I don't know how people feel about this. I know Renee Abenoir passed away not that long ago, but it would have been nice to at least, have Quark get the tooth and have that, rule of acquisition number 9. And as he says that, then have Odo just, as they're panning out from the station, have Odo yell, Quark! Like Quark's in trouble for something else as well. It would have been great. They could have used, there was many audio clips of him doing that. I can understand why they didn't, but I think that would have been a nice touch, just to know that Odo is still, well, Odo wouldn't be around though, or Odo rejoined the Great Link. Never mind, that wouldn't have worked. Ignore everything I just said. Damn it. Mark, member for 27 months at the rank of Commander, so thank you so much, Commander. Love Shax and Kira in this. Yes, the fact that Kira and Shax know each other and they've been through so much together is awesome. So every time you watch DS9 now, you know that she is good friends with Shax. I think that's amazing. There's a lot of good stuff in this episode, I gotta say. The Mariner story was all right. It wasn't the best. It wasn't the worst either. So there's that going for it. And I was super delighted with this episode. I hope the next 4 are just as good. It's a lot to ask, considering that the first, 4 were kind of mediocre at best. But yeah. Morn is as talkative as ever, yes. It's because Mariner phased everyone, then smooched, isn't it? That was my favorite part, too. Ensign Pug reporting for duty. Yeah, she's here. So is the little one. Fleet Paw said this is definitely my favorite episode this season. I would say the strongest this season, and I agree with you that it would be the best of the whole series. I didn't say it would be the best. I said it would be in the top. It would be in the best episodes of the series as a whole. I don't think it's the best episode of Lower Decks, but it's definitely up there in the top 5 or 10. Captain Casey Stewart throws in $2. Thank you so much. Felt early DS9-ish. Felt great. Yes, I love that Cisco's office is still looking like Cisco's office. It's only about 3 years after the end of DS9. So, you know, as long as the baseball's there, he's coming back at some point. So I thought that was great. Holy Gabriel says, hey, Kat, I 100% agree this episode felt like coming home. Jen's girlfriend thinks Boimler is every sexy man. To forget Nog, pass away too. Yeah, well, I think purple hair is sexy. So, Peter Lacaco, $5. Wondering how long they were going to milk the DS9 intro music at the beginning. So funny. That was amazing. She's like, now what? Just keep going. Dun, 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 dun. That's nice. Donnie is here. Hello, Donnie. Fleetpaw throws in $2. Ooh, Odo is the tooth. Would work well, I think. I didn't mean that he was the tooth. I just meant that, you know, Quark was getting in trouble for something else. That would have been awesome. Quark was just so on point. He didn't really sound like Quark at the beginning, but you could tell it was Quark in a few spots for sure. And it sounded like he had the mouth prosthetic in, the teeth, just of the way he was talking. It felt like, you know, he had those in, which I think is a nice addition to the character. Kira didn't really sound like Kira at all. I know it was, but she's like 20 years older now or whatever. So it's like, it's all right. It's all right. The Stanleys could have had Brunt, FCA, instead of Odo. True. That's very true. Right, Sublet. Good evening, my captain and friend. Good evening, sir. Welcome. Holy Gabriel. Oh. George Mangrum, Mariner served on DS9 during the war. Yes, she did. Because she didn't want to go to the station. And then she did, because she didn't want to hang out with Jen's friends or cause a problem. And then when she did show up, Kira's like, hey, how's it going? And Quark was talking to her about her bar tab. I thought that was fantastic. And bringing up the hollow of Kira's body with Quark's head. Good call on that. I like that. And also they mentioned Smiley at the beginning, which was awesome. You know, talking about O'Brien from the Mirror Universe. So that was also very good. A lot of nice little references in this one for sure. And the Promenade got a new store, everybody. They got Batleths R Us. So if you need a Batleth, you know where to go. Eric says, was hoping to see Bashir and Ezri, but I guess they have been reassigned. Yes, very likely. Ozzy said, Mariner is the boss of their group, and Mariner also was on Deep Space Nine Station 2. Mark says, I liked how Kira picked up the baseball and used the curveball reference. Absolutely. Armin used the teeth, but they're not the original. Okay. The Holy Gabriel, when Quark spouted off, I love principles, and Colonel Kira just snaps back, no, you don't. Or I have principles. Kira snaps back, no, you don't. That moment was utter perfection to me. It gave me a good hard laugh. Yes, and Quark sniveling like, oh, there's been some misunderstanding, or, you know, I got replicator technology from them years ago, but it was me that, you know, that was great. That was such a Quark moment. It was fantastic to see these guys back. And I don't know about you guys, but it does feel like another new episode of DS9 to add to the repertoire, because it had a very DS9 feel to it. Everything about it. Not just the fact that they were on DS9, but just the story structure. Everything about that story. So. JB says, Kira sounded more like herself than Quark did, I think. I will disagree with you there. There were moments where they definitely both sounded like their characters. Quark, I think they probably read the read the scripts in chronological order, and you can tell that at first he wasn't quite back into the character, but by the end of the episode, he was Quark again, and that was awesome. Nana and Armin sounded way more recognizable than when they were talking lower to each other. Yes. Mark says at first it seemed like Quark was just getting back into the voice and it worked itself out. Yeah, that's exactly what I just said. It definitely felt like that for sure. Eric the Bat, even 20 years later, Kira, Nana, one of the hottest women in the Alpha Quadrant. Captain Casey Stewart, it felt like Quark had to slide back into character, but for me, Kira sounded right from the start. Fleet Paw says you could definitely tell that Nana and Armin have gotten older, however, it's still amazing. Yeah, exactly. Listen, Jericho, pretty good episode. The Orion made me laugh. Yes. Timanuk, very well done, to be sure. Fleet Paw, the male Orion, was irritating. LOL. That was the point, I think. And I loved Tendy's reactions to him the whole time. And she finally went off on him like, we don't always want to be associated with pirates. And that was fantastic. And then we found out that he actually was raised in Cincinnati, Ohio. And he's like, all I know about Orions is what I learned from novels, and not the good ones, the one with the boobs on the cover. It's like, okay, that's good. Rutherford forgot open door on the ship. Eric Martin, $5. Boimler will be eating free at Quark's franchises in all future episodes. Listen, Jericho, the ongoing joke that all the ladies like Boimler, but he is oblivious to it. Yep. I've been pretty oblivious to women being interested in me as well. As you can ask Sylvia about that. I was totally not on her wavelength when she met me. She wanted a piece of the captain, and the captain didn't register it. It's a long story, but we hung out for a long time before I had any clue, and the writing was like on the wall, but I just was completely oblivious to it. It's one of those things. When you're in it, sometimes you don't see it. Terrence says, hello, everyone from the great state of Maryland. Well, hello, great state of Maryland. Peter Lukaku, $5. Morn hasn't aged a bit. Yeah. Holy Gabriel, so then, Captain, do we consider this the official DS9 Season 8, Episode 1? Yes. It has been stated. This is the way. Tendi saved Quark going to prison. Tendi didn't save Quark from going to prison, I don't think, no. Oh, wow. Yes, because they arrested him and were taking him back to the Gamma Quadrant. Sure. I like that, too, yeah. Like, you kidnapped an innocent man. He stole a replicator technology. Oh, so, yeah, we were arresting him. Beautiful. Yes, you are right, Ozzy. Terrence says, is it true that the Sovereign-class USS Enterprise did not participate in the Dominion War? Yes, I guess. I think there's a video out there saying, or explaining why it wasn't a part of the battles, but it's the same bullshit that why the Enterprise wasn't a part of the battles in Season 2 of Discovery when they were fighting the Klingons. Because it was one of our best ships. We got to keep it away from the front line so it doesn't get destroyed. Excuse, what? Say that again? Oh, yeah, that makes sense. You threw them on a deep space exploration mission so they couldn't be part of the war. That's brilliant. That's good strategy, Starfleet. The fuck? Fleet Paw throws in $2. Tacky Cardassian fascist eyesore. Great line. Yes, absolutely. Tim Hannock, I enjoyed the first 4. That's good. I enjoyed the first one. I enjoyed them all. Like, they're all good. Lower Decks is always good. It's just episode 2, 3, and 4 definitely did not hold up to the quality of seasons 1 and 2. So, George Mangrum. Now we know that Tendi doesn't have pheromones. She's super hot, though. Ozzy says Boimler can win a lot of gold at Quark's Bar. Well, gold pressed latinum, but yes. Eric the Bat, I am so happy they got Morin's original voice actor. I know. I'm glad they got him back as well. Omnitographer, who's been here from the start, which is odd for him apparently, throws in $5, so thank you so much. I like the Boimler getting Quark's credit thing. Yet another way he's like Riker. Timmy says, I'm from Cincinnati. Oh, that's awesome. So there you go. Any Orions around there? Have you seen any green people? Eric the Bat, I love the fact Boimler is the most oblivious ladies' man in any of the 4 quadrants. Eric Martin, Captain Freeman saves the day by giving away most of Quark's profits. Way to negotiate with other people's money. Very Starfleet. 76% of his profits from his 21 franchise Quark bars in the Alpha Quadrant is going to these people. Kamari. It's like, ugh, that's rough, man. Good tea, nice house. Love the Shax and Kira connection. He is such a disturbed old crotch or grouch. Yes, that was fantastic. That was one of my favorite things. Them fighting back and forth about who owed them what and who owed each other what and when the things happened. It's like, damn, you guys have been through some stuff together. I find that awesome. I really like that because it's one of those things. Now when you watch DS9, you're like, I know you know Shax, man. I know. And I started out not liking Kira. I did grow to like the character. I still don't like her in the first season or two just because of her attitude. But yeah, she's a character that definitely had to grow on me. Fleetpaw says, I'm not oblivious to female attention. I just don't want to clap. If you know, you know, right, Cap? You just don't want the clap. Oh, good. That deserves a drink. Mark, I love how the other Ferengi kept trying to figure out how Boimler was cheating, and he was just that good. I don't think there's... Well, they scanned him once to see if he was cheating, and then it's just like, I'm going to lose my fucking job because you're winning all this all the time. Good evening, Colin. How's it going? The Stanleys know I saved your life more than you saved mine. Ozzy said, so how times did Shax save Kira? So how many times did Shax save Kira? I don't know, man. A lot. Terrence Childs, can Jack O'Neill beat Ben Sisko in a fist fight? That's a very good question. I don't have a answer for you because I don't think there would be an answer. My first initial thought was yes, but the more I think about it, the more I don't know. Sure, Olivia, $2. All Bajoran crew on DS9 now. Also no Dr. Bashir. Well, Dr. Bashir probably got reassigned. And I don't know what a Bajoran is, but I think you mean Bajoran. And no, I don't think it would be all Bajoran crew there, because the Orion guy was Starfleet and he was posted to the station. He was security, so... Mark says, I think a lot of how Kira was in the first season came about because they originally wrote her to be Ro. Yeah, and I never fucking liked Ro either, for the very same reason. So yeah, probably. But still, there's something about that attitude, and it's not appealing at all, in any way, shape, or form. Peter Lukaku, Shax and Kira did the ugly. Are you sure about that? Eric Martin, no Defiant. I guess it's too peaceful to keep around. It's a good question. Where was the Defiant? Fleetpaw. Kira got better when she started trusting Sisko and Starfleet. When she dropped the whole chip on her shoulder about the Federation helping Bajor thing, she was awesome. Wouldn't say awesome. She was better. But yes, the chip on her shoulder and the whole grudge against Starfleet for stepping in. Yeah, it was a little bit unattractive, so needed to stop. Gestrel, 1980. Hey, Cap, I spit out my drink when the Admiral said the other ship had to evacuate up the brown hole. That's not even a thing. Yeah. I don't know. It could actually be a scientific thing. I haven't looked that up. I was going to actually, because you get, there's blackouts and there's there's brownouts. So it could just be a less powerful black hole. It could actually be a scientific thing. I don't know, but yes, that was pretty funny. Matt Borman just dropping in to say hi and hit like. Love this episode. Good to see you, Matt. Thank you for stopping by. Sure, Olivia, in Ops, there was only Bajoins. Only Bajoins. I don't know. I have to go back and rewatch, but there are Starfleet still on board because the Orion guy is Starfleet, and he was posted as he was security there. So, and it could be it's not due to the fact that Dominion War is not a thing anymore. It could be that they gave the Bajorans the station, and it's still under Starfleet, but we'll have to go back and take a look at that. I didn't realize that. We'll have to, when we do a review tomorrow at 4, we'll take a look and discuss that. The Holy Gabriel. Now I want to know what the frack was going on with Sisko. Is he still with the Prophets? Is he somewhere else? I need an answer. God, I hope Picard Season 3 gives us an answer. You're not going to get Sisko, unfortunately. I would love to see Sisko come back. He can come back at any time, in any capacity. And unfortunately, I don't think it's going to happen just because Avery Brooks isn't acting anymore. But yeah, it's been 3 years since the end of DS9 at this point. And yes, he's still with the Prophets. But time's non-linear there, so it doesn't matter how long he stays, according to him, just for everybody else. Omnitographer, maybe, but that O'Neill is a humorless tightwad. Jack O'Neill versus Sisko would be an even match, I think. I think so too. Ozzy says, I wish they went through wormhole with the Stoll ship when Sisko up Quark. What did you do now? That would have been awesome. I wish they went through the wormhole with the stolen ship, then Sisko up Quark. Or Sisko showed up. And I don't know what you're trying to say, Ozzy. Sorry. Matt Boardman, maybe the Defiant was off with Nog as the captain. There you go. Perfect. Darth Maul, you guys see the promo for DS9 on that mobile game? How Kira seemed to suggestively rub Sisko's shoulder? I have not seen that, no. Wright says Defiant could have easily been at another starbase undergoing a refit or overhaul. Absolutely. Could have been out on a mission as well. Terrence Child, is Stargate's staff weapon more powerful than a Star Trek phaser? No. I think there's only like one setting for a staff weapon, which is like destroy. So if you're going for versatility, the phaser for sure. Powerful wise, phasers can make things disintegrate. So I think that would win out. Mark Lawrence just finished the episode. Another great one on the books. Absolutely, Mark. Totally agree. Eric Martin. So would Bajor be in the Federation yet, or was that still to come? I don't know. That's another very good question. Colin says, facepalm. I made the mistake of Googling brown hole. Now my eyes are burning. Just don't touch the brown hole and rub your eyes, because then you'll get pink eye. Fleetpaw says, seems like autocorrect is getting the best of the chat tonight. Yes, it is. And I'm a little bit tired, so my dyslexia is really not helping me out here today. Alyssa Jericho gives me hope that Ezri might be captain of the Aventine. That would still be awesome, yeah. Eric the Bat. At the time, I was more attracted to Ezri than Jadzia because she looked like my girlfriend at the time. Ezri's cute. Like, they're both super attractive women. Ezri's got more of a cute young vibe, whereas Jadzia is more of a sexy, sultry kind of older woman. But yeah, they're both. And look at Eric the Bat flexing, saying that, his girlfriend looked like Ezri. Lucky dog, you. BJ says Brown Hole probably makes fun of Disco getting astronomical references all wrong. Darth Maul, did you see the Orion guy's uniform had a different badge? Badge was from lower decks, not the S9 era. I did notice that, yes. It was just the standard kind of Delta. Mark Lawrence could have had James Cromwell back again as his Karama character. Yes, that would have been great. George Mangrum, the Orion guy, had a lower decks comm badge instead of a DS9 one. BJ said, in Disco Season 1, Admiral said the Klingons were 1 AU from Earth, 1 AU being the distance from Earth to the Sun. Yes, I know. They make a lot of mistakes. John Bell, Rito's shirts. Now, there is a Discovery joke. Yes, well, those Rito shirts have actually been a thing. You can buy those. You haven't been able to since Season 1. BJ says the Talos 4 was only 2 light years from a starbase. Damn. I'm the photographer. I don't think so. If a phaser is at full power, besides the Matok, is a weapon of terror, as they say. It go boom. Not great for actual damage. Eric Martin, I felt for Mariner. I've been at parties like that where you look for an excuse to leave early, LOL. That's me in a lot of social situations. It's I got a social energy meter, and I gotta say, a lot of times I show up with the best of intentions and to have fun and have a good time, and I just can't people that day, and I just immediately want to leave. Or not immediately, maybe after an hour or so. And I feel bad because, you know, they're good people sometimes, but yeah, I've been in many situations like that. M.A. Bakari, this has been one of the best episodes yet. Agreed. Ozzy says, would have been awesome with Quark and Cisco in the wormhole, and then he said, what did you do now, Quark? Oh, yeah, that would have been cool. Tylop K, Sleeping Pup. Yes, I got 2 of them, and they're both snoring. Mark Lawrence, $20. Thank you so much, Mark. $1 for every time I'd have circled this station. Well, then you throw in another 50, because come on now. Cher Olivia, Puggy Snores, yes. Have not seen it yet. Was it the DS9 one then? It was the DS9 one. Cerritos has bingo now. That's not what she meant by that. When she said, you know, phasering your friends wasn't on my bingo card, wasn't referring to Cerritos bingo. It was just like a bucket list. But yeah, I'm sure the Cerritos does have Cerritos bingo, but Peter Lukaku, $5. Glad to have a late night live. Love these. Well, thank you, Peter. I appreciate that. Hope I can hold out long enough. Like I said, I'm tired and I'm not quite feeling the vibe tonight. So, but thank you. It's so much so that I didn't even set up the ready room to do this. I usually do these in the ready room with the LCARs behind me and stuff, but I just like the library set up and ready to go. I'm just going to go film this, or, well, I guess I'm recording, but I'm not just going to do the live in the library. So unfortunately, you don't get all the flashy, showy, Star Trek-y stuff tonight. Terrence Childs, do you think you have what it takes to be a member of Section 31? No, because fuck Section 31. Section 31 was cool when it was in DS9. It was Sloan, and you weren't sure if it was an actual organization or just Sloan's imagination, some kind of crazy guy that thought there was a Section 31. And then there was a Section 31, and it's okay, and then it's fine. Then they retcon it to go back to fucking Enterprise with Malcolm, and it's like, for fuck's sakes, guys. And now Section 31 is everywhere. It's in Discovery. It's fuck no. Dumb, stupid. Stop it, for the love of Christ. Fuck Section 31. I don't want to hear about Section 31. It's not an interesting concept to me. It's been overplayed. When it first aired in DS9, it was interesting because it's like, is this actually a thing? Because there's no proof of it. There's nothing on the records about it. Nah, I would tell the Section 31 people to go fuck themselves. BJ Tehran, brown hole is Starfleet engineering code for a major life support system failure involving recycling vats. I'll believe you. Fleet Paw. So, funny story, Cali-class ships are named after cities in California. I found out that my company has offices in at least Cerritos and Merced, 2 Cali-class ships. LOL. You can laugh at me now. I don't have to laugh at you for that comment. I've been laughing at you for a long time, Fleet Paw. Eric Martin says, maybe if people offered you some cheese, you'd want to stay at a party. Yes, cheese will make me stay at a party. Cheese is a versatile food. You can eat it in cubes, you can eat it in slices, you can eat it in chunks, you can eat it in, like, there's cottage cheese, there's cheesecake. I mean, cheese is a versatile food, and cheese is one of those things that keeps me interested. I like cheese. I do like cheese, I gotta say. Jonathan, they should have given Armin Shimmerman plastic vampire teeth to get the Quark accent in. Well, they gave him prosthetic teeth, just not the original ones. So he did have them in, you could tell by the way he was talking. Good tea, nice house. What's the scale of the Cerritos to DS? What is the scale of the Cerritos to DS9 correct? The ship seemed larger when it was circling the pylons. No, it probably wasn't. Even in the show DS9, when they had the Enterprise dock there, they had to shrink the size of the Enterprise to have it fit, because otherwise it would not fit docked to a pylon like that. In the opening of the show, they have a Nebula class docked there. Again, the ship was shrunk down. We're going to actually do a size comparison video of the Cerritos docked to the station compared to what a Galaxy class would look like docked to the station, and that's going to be a video that we're going to be coming out with. We're going to be filming that on Monday probably. So I would say stay tuned next week for that, or possibly the following weekend. Because yeah, that was one thing we pointed out in our review that you'll see tomorrow, is that the ship looks the same size as the Galaxy class docked at that pylon, and it's just not the case. They had to fuck with scale, and they had to fudge scale quite a lot in that show to make ships look small in comparison to the station, and also be able to actually dock at those pylons. So yeah, it's not accurate. Eric Martin, I loved how they all said the air was getting stale, and then they look at 40 candles burning. Yes, and a wax that uses more oxygen than normal. Mark said, Discovery ruined Section 31 for me. Yeah, it's just this oversaturation of Section 31 fucking ruined it for me. But yeah, Discovery really drove that home with the whole, I'm with Section 31. Look at my black badge. I carry it everywhere in my hand just to show people that I'm with the super secret organization Section 31 that has their own fucking ships. Fuck off. Maybe they'd have their own ships in like fucking TNG time, sure. But pre-TOS, go fuck yourselves. No. No. I'm just going to stop talking about that because it bugs me. Fleet Paw, it looked to scale. It didn't, though. Actually, the Cerritos would fit better at those pylons than the Galaxy class would, so they had to shrink the Galaxy class down. They might not have had to shrink the Cerritos, but we're going to do size comparison, and we're going to look at that, so don't worry. Danuth89, I enjoyed the episode because it did touch base with what happened after the Dominion War. Yes. The Holy Gabriel, hey, I personally really enjoy when you do your lives from your library. It's more personal and warm, if you ask me. Well, thank you. But usually, you know, for Star Trek, I'd like to have Star Trek stuff behind me. I have one or two different angles I can do in the ready room, but I got to set up the lights. I got to get the lighting proper in here. Here, I got a light right there, and it's fine. But thank you. Appreciate that. Wright says, the library is great. The bedroom I sleep in looks very similar. I agree. Section 31 I could totally leave as a concept. Section 31 needs to go through a brown hole. Captain Casey Stewart, Disco definitely ruined Section 31, like everything else. Right Sublet says, cheese will be on my list to bring for the next year's Wonderfest. Chief and I will make sure the pantry will be well stocked. Awesome. Just when you see me, well, I will be at Wonderfest because it's Wonderfest for fuck. I'm going to go to Wonderfest. When you see me at Wonderfest, say, we have cheese, and tell me where, and I'll be there. Omnitographer. This inspires me. Boimler gets recruited into a secret Starfleet organization, thinks it's a spy outfit. Turns out it's Section 32, who secretly control the replicator recipe database. Yes, something like that would be awesome. Although I think it should be Section 13. Like just 31 reversed. It would be hilarious. Don't you mean Section 31? No, we mean Section 13. Yeah, we deal with replicator rations and stuff. It's not that great of a job. But hey, nobody knows about it. Would be funny. Terrence Childs. Data should have been promoted to the rank of captain and given command of the USS Sutherland. Sure. Omnitographer. The problem is the line, Section 31 was part of the original Federation Charter, makes it sound ominous, but also gives them license to use it everywhere. I didn't like it in Enterprise. No, neither did I. Jeremy Caulfield, and that's why I don't watch Discovery or Picard. Too many headaches. Good tea, nice house. No more Section 31 talk. Shh, it's a secret. But I have the black Section 31 badge. Check it out. It's so cool. I carry it in the palm of my hand everywhere. Why the fuck would you need a badge? Your secret, super secret organization that's not supposed to exist. There would be no evidence that you fucking were in Section 31. But I got a black badge. I don't wear it because that's advertising, but I'll show it to people in a turbo lift. Check this out. You know what I'm saying? Section 30 fucking 1, bitches. Jonathan. They could do a show on the temporal division that visited Cisco, but those guys are probably too stuffy to have a TV show based around. It would be hilarious. Be hilarious. I got a novel that's it's kind of like a CSI, a Star Trek CSI book. I forget the title of it, but it's about a murder at a starbase, and all it is the security team investigating the murder. So it's a murder mystery set on a starbase in the Star Trek universe. It's fucking great. It's there somewhere. I just gotta dig through all my novels to find it. I don't think it's one of the ones up front. I got my novels stacked like too deep. So, but yeah. But the temporal division thing would be great. Peter Lukaku, is Disco even coming back for another season? Yes, they're like almost finished. Well, they're more than halfway finished filming season 5. Fleet Paw said, should I bring Cheese Whiz to Wonderfest? I'm definitely wanting to come, and now that I have more lead up time, I can make sure I have it off. Yes, you better fucking come next year, bitch. Cheese Whiz, I mean, we have Cheese Whiz here. Problem with Cheese Whiz is it doesn't taste like it used to. It used to be really good. I used to really love Cheese Whiz. Then they took out the fucking MSG or the fucking trans fat, whatever it is, because trans fat and stuff is illegal here. So now when you buy Cheese Whiz, it's like, this doesn't fucking taste like Cheese Whiz. This tastes like not good. So I don't know if you guys still have the trans fat and stuff in your Cheese Whiz. You probably do because you're American. But I mean, if it's good Cheese Whiz, yes, bring it. You know what I really like, and people are going to hate me, but I don't give a shit. It's a guilty pleasure. I get it every time I go to the States, is the Kraft spray cheese. Mwah, that stuff's fucking glorious. It's not cheese. I don't care if it's not cheese. You know what? I don't fucking care. Put that on a cracker. Put that on celery. That shit's fucking great. You slobber that shit all over a hot dog. That's good stuff. But it has to be the Kraft kind, because the Kraft kind comes out properly. That other shit, that no-name Meyer fucking supermarket shit, comes out, you squeeze it, and it's like a little, and you know, fucking can't get the last little bit out of the can because it runs out of gas. It has to be the Kraft stuff. If you guys love me and want to send me shit, send me spray cheese. I will love you forever. If you ever send me a care package from the US, include some cans of spray cheese. I prefer the cheddar kind, not the American cheese, because American cheese is just processed cheese, And processed cheese slices are good, but you guys call them American cheese. And they're okay for some things, but they're not really cheese. It's a long, complicated story. Cheese is one of my passions. So, anyway, moving on. Trekyards at Section 13, post-Janeway time travel cleanup crew. I would be the lead guy in section 69. That's the special sex division of Starfleet. Not a lot of people know about it, obviously. Nobody knows about any of these sections, but I'd be the one in charge of Section 69. I had to be careful what I said there, because I didn't want to say I'd be the head guy of Section 69. I didn't want to say that. But now you went and made me say it, because I just need to stop talking. I'm a photographer Swift at Fleetpaw. Only if you plan on sculpting the Leaning Tower of Cheesa. Peter Lukaku, the Section 31 badge isn't on the public servers. Jeremy Caulfield, better to have a secret handshake. Omnitographer, I would give anything for a series set in the 28th to 29th century. A series set about a research and integrity time ship traversing history. Fuck yes. Perfect animated idea for a show. Not necessarily animated, but animated like CG animated. Like, remember the movie Final Fantasy, The Spirits Within? That kind of CG animation? Yes. Then you can create any time period. It would be awesome for storytelling to have a temporal time ship series. I think that'd be fantastic. Sure, Olivia, I'm doing dishes. Got a trip tomorrow starting at 3 o'clock in the morning, 3 a.m., taking a group to Indianapolis and back. That's awesome. Well, you should probably get some sleep then. But thank you for watching. This is Jericho, SCIS, Starfleet Criminal Investigation Service. We're called to that starbase murder, I hope. Yeah, I don't remember. It's quite a while ago since I read it, but it's got a black cover, and it's got like a red outline, like a red chalk outline, but it's filled in all red, so it's a red body, and it's got a delta on it. And I think it was a red shirt that got murdered. But yeah, I wish I knew the name of the book. I don't want to go digging for it, because it'll take me fucking forever, because damn it. Do you know where to get a badge like that on the internet? I would really like a Section 31 badge. I have a few Section 31 badges downstairs. I don't know where to get them on the internet, but we've got Trekyards versions of them. We got a few different kinds, actually. So, Star Trek Relativity. Sure, Olivia, trans fat is illegal in Canada, but I'm trans and fat. Oh, yeah. That makes me happy, because then you can't get across the border. So you won't come and bug me or steal my pugs. But that's fucking funny. Eric Martin, one of my professors used to say 2 things will survive a nuclear war: cockroaches and Cheez Whiz. That was cockroaches and Twinkies. Omnitographer, me over here been making chicken parm with actual Parmesan oregano, eyeing the whiz at the store like a can of doom goo. Trekyards, crowdfunder to send Cap a cheese-filled drinker. Jeremy Caulfield, it's like when they took the orange coloring out of Kraft macaroni. It's not the same. The fuck are you talking about? Kraft dinner, Kraft macaroni still tastes the same. It tastes awesome. If you're talking about the white cheddar, see, here we go, talking about something completely not even related to the fucking episode. The white cheddar Kraft dinner is like fucking, it's like the delicacy version of Kraft dinner. It's like high class fucking Kraft dinner. It tastes different because it's a different flavor. I don't know if that's what you're talking about, but I don't know what you're talking about with taking the orange out of the Kraft dinner. It's still orange, and it's still awesome. And we actually have sharp cheddar as well. Sharp cheddar Kraft Dinner. Oh, man. Hi, Jason. Holy Gabriel, we're in America. Here in America, we do two things really well. Delicious foods that'll kill you, but we love every second of it. And, well, that just kill you in general. 8 billion plus military budget and all. Yeah. That's why I was surprised. Okay. Poutine or poutine. Fucking Canadian food. French Canadian food. I didn't know it was a French Canadian food till probably 10 years ago. You fucking poutine, man. The name should include me in it. Poutine, but it's actually poutine. Who the fuck knew? Anyway, that fucking looks American to me. What is more American than taking fucking French fries, slathering it with fucking cheese curds, and then gravy? That's fucking American to me. But whatever. It's Canadian and we love it. So screw you guys. There are other cheeses beyond American and Swiss cheese. I'm well aware. I'm well aware of the many different kinds of cheeses. Trekyards cheese with chili is good. It is, except you sprinkle some shredded cheese on top of your chili and it's all hot. That's great. You put your spoon in, you stir it around a little bit, pull out the chili and there's fucking strings of cheese and it's like, ugh. You go to eat it and it's like hot and it like sticks to your fucking face and like, burning, I look like fucking Christopher Pike after the fucking accident, sitting in the chair, beeping for yes and no. It's good in chili, but it's dangerous in chili. Cheddar, Asiago, Parmesan. Matt Boardman, I thought Section 69 were the holodeck moppers. There are no such thing as holodeck moppers, Matt. Don't get me started on that. Lower Decks fucked that up with the change the waste extractor things in the holodeck. It's not how the holodecks work. It's a pet peeve of mine, Matt. Fleetpaw, oh poor BJ Turan, do you not have a Wegmans near you? It will open your world. Chuck A says, hi Stuart, just arriving. What a great episode. Yes, thank you. Thank you for letting us know. I'm just kidding. Welcome, Chuck. Yeah, we know. It's a fantastic episode. Peter Lukaku, love cheese and crackers with the sliced pickle on top. You know, it's really good. Whether you like to think so or not. If you're ever out of food, this has happened a few times, out of food, there's nothing in the house, got some crackers, got some fucking margarine or butter, get a saltine cracker, put some margarine on it, then get some Frank's Red Hot sauce and put like 2 or 3 dabs of that on there, and it's like, oh my god, it's like the best hors d'oeuvre ever. We should just fucking have a food show. There should be a fucking Trekyards food show or a Captain Foley food show where we just talk about food. Because a lot of these late night streams just turn into talking about food. So, Omnitographer. They took the trans fat out of the fudge at Disneyland. Like, I'm at Disneyland, what do I care about healthy? Eventually I tracked down Bass Pro Shops are selling the same original fudge. Don't mess with my fudge. Yeah. There is a place in London here, really excellent Chinese food. Went there for on and off for years. Went back a little while ago, ordered their food, and it says right on the menu, no trans fats, no MSG, blah, blah, blah. Say, okay, whatever. Get the food to my table, and it's like, you know what? I would pay more for trans fat and MSG, so those didn't taste like shit. It tasted so much better before. I would pay extra to have trans fat and MSG put back in my fucking food. Terrence says, I hope you eat your cheese spread on Ritz crackers. That's the only crackers there is. Sometimes I'm not a biggest fan of Ritz crackers. They got the kind of buttery taste, and that's fine. I really prefer just plain saltines. Fleetpaw, we ran off the rails early, and I'm to blame. Hee hee. Laughing my ass off, yes. Jonathan, Star Trek Temporal Division opening scene. Look at these guys. I've never seen badges like that before. They must be from Section 31. Fred, did we bring the wrong badges for this mission? Thraxer. Shame they didn't go with the Litverse continuity. I love the post-season 7 DS9 novels and the new station design. Oh, fuck off. That new station design is fucking disgusting. And yes, I know Doug Drexler designed it, but fuck, that is ugly. That is, no. That's like something they would have fucking designed as a concept for a space station in the 1950s. It is a fucking hideous design. No. No. The new DS9 is not good. Thraxer, I'm sorry. I've just lost like 10% respect for you. Maybe 15. That's, yeah. No. Eric Martin, cheese on nachos is great. Now I can't stop thinking about it. Chili cheese, beep beep. Peter Lukaku, $2. Hey, off topic. Really? Everything has been. Have you tried Returnal on PS5? Returnal. Is that a urinal that pees on you? Like it returns your pee to you? Returnal? No, I have not tried that. I haven't even heard of it. I'll have to look that up. Listen, Jericho, I'm glad they didn't. I don't want Kira as a Vedic. That's another thing. Yes. Glad she's still on the station. The Holy Gabriel, I literally had poutine for lunch yesterday and for my 3 a.m. snack this morning. Good tea, nice house, as I am Canadian, and I've never had a beaver tail. I don't know about you, but I've had a lot of beaver, and I've had a lot of tail. So, I've had a lot of beaver tail. No beaver tail. Wow. Omnitographer. A board cube ate Pluto. I gave up on the books for the most part after that. The Viewer, I got a few chuckles out of it, and Kieran Quark showing up was cool. Absolutely. Brandon Carell, haha, had to watch the episode and then come here to see what see that you're talking about cheese. Fucking always happens. We're off the rails, and early too, thanks to Fleetpaw. Yes, fantastic episode. It felt like a new DS9 episode in my opinion, so there you go. It's DS9 Season 8, Part 1. Photographer, the writers assimilated the shark. Yes. Terrence Childs, poutine is an American invention. We created it in Buffalo, New York. I'm gonna fucking fight you to the death. You shut your dirty, filthy mouth. Jeremy Caulfield, I'm American and poutine sounds a bit much. Oh, it's not though. It's so good. So good. Jaws, I never knew how much I missed Quark screaming until this episode. Glad there was so much of it. Also, I guess we can assume Starfleet mostly pulled out of DS9 post-Dominion War. It doesn't seem that way, but there are still Starfleet personnel aboard. Fleetpaw says, Matt, I think he needs a McDouble dressed like a Mac. Laughing mask. No, okay. Fleetpaw, you're fucking fired. No McDoubles. It's a double cheeseburger dressed like a Mac. A McDouble, people are like, why not get a McDouble? It's cheaper than a fucking double cheeseburger. Because there's only one slice of cheese on a McDouble. You get 2 patties and 1 slice of cheese. The cheese to patty ratio is all wrong. You need to get the double cheeseburger. You get 2 patties and 2 pieces of cheese. It's fucking, it's gourmet cooking. It's gourmet food. It's amazing. Never get a fucking McDouble because it's cheaper than a double cheeseburger. Always go with the double cheeseburger. Always go with a double cheeseburger. I've been drunk with my friend Jay late at night, and it's like, want to get some food? Hell yeah, let's go get some food. Go to fucking McDonald's, and I'm like, I'll get 2 double cheeseburgers. I didn't get them dressed like Max at the time. I'll get 2 double cheeseburgers. He's like, I'll get 2 McDoubles. And I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. And then we're sitting there in the parking lot eating them. And we weren't driving, by the way, just so you know. And he's like, oh, you're stupid. You spent like an extra $1 or something for the same fucking thing. And I'm like, it's not the same. Fucking open your burger. There's one slice of fucking cheese there. Look at mine. I got 2 slices of fucking cheese. The cheese to patty ratio is much better on a double cheeseburger. It tastes much better. The taste of a McDouble is too dry and too bleh. Fleet Paw, I'm so disappointed in you. Daniel's Hot Topics. Hi, Captain Foley. What's up? Food, apparently, and cheese specifically. Jason Hurdle. Talk the show, not food. Well, tell me something to talk about with the show. I've already kind of covered it all. It was fucking great. Steven Fernandez. We call it disco fries. You'll have to have the runs for weeks. Right Sublet said, tried to have Bill Krause design a new space station. Or time to have Bill Krause. Yes, that'd be awesome. Daniel says, what about the new DS9? I never saw it. What's about the new... It's fucking hideous. Just type in new DS9 Star Trek in Google. You'll see it and you'll likely vomit all over your screen. The Holy Gabriel, if you ask me, we should enjoy life to its fullest and experience all the many wonders and joys of this earth. Moreover, enjoying eating and many wondrously delicious foods this world has to offer. I know, right? Trek or not, you would like Observer System Radio Cap. It's a first-person game where you play as a detective in a cyberpunk city. I wouldn't like that. I wouldn't like that. I can tell you that right now. Eric Martin, mozzarella sticks hot out of the oven with marinara sauce. Yum. Yeah. I love mozzarella sticks. Not the biggest fan of dipping them in marinara sauce. I'd almost rather dip them in ranch. Son of Sam, it must smell like a fillet of fish sandwich in that room. And why is that, Son of Sam? Fleet Paw throws in $2. MSG is salt on crack, just like Uncle Roger. Omnitographer. The oven, heathen. Any cheese stick that isn't deep fried isn't fit to eat. Jeremy said muskrat. Trekyards says bit like Blade Runner. Observer System. Don't fuck. Definitely not interested in that kind of game. Daniel says only a few more months to go till 2023 and the return of Zellers and the return of the nice family restaurants. I want a Big Z burger and curly fries with gravy. Hell to the yeah. Bacon and cheese wrap butcher sausages. Trekyards, the food wars. Daniel says, I like double cheeseburgers. Hold the hair. Okay. BJ says, agree. Always go with the double cheeseburgers. Hell yeah. Fleet Paw says, I eat McDonald's so rarely I have zero clue how they come. Sorry. Well, it's not an excuse. The Holy Gabriel. I will always go with the triple cheeseburger, add bacon, large fries, and a large Dr. Pepper. Yummo. Goddamn, I know. I got the munchies. Fuck. Triple cheeseburger. Nah, that's too much for me. Double cheeseburger is where it's at. Or a double quarter pounder with cheese. Those are also amazing. Brandon Carell. Great, now I need to go grab some of the smoked brisket I made the other day and make myself a barbecue cheddar brisket sandwich before bed. Trek or not, Burger King in UK has their own version of the Big Mac, and it's so much better, but it's a lot more expensive. I have it here too. It's called the Big King. It's called the Big King, and yes, it's a much better tasting version of the Big Mac. Daniel's Hot Topics. I hope they bring back the big extras. They were nice and salty. Peter the Caco. Ugh, I have the urge to watch mukbang McDonald's videos now. Oh, fuck, mukbang. Terrence says, have you tried the new Popeyes chicken sandwich? How new? I had a Popeyes chicken sandwich probably like a month ago. I forget what it was called or what kind, but it was good-ish. Spiked Psycho. Would have thought it neat. DS9 minded with habitat domes between the rings. It's a big no for me. Mark says, I just Googled the new DS9. I hate everything about it, but what the hell, Doug? Right? Right? Trans fat. Canada beware. So, time to jump the border and cause food to be good. Yes, please do. Jeremy Caulfield, it's dark meat and really gamey. It was covered with brown gravy. It's also not legal to serve it because the government doesn't regulate it. Oh, muskrat, gotcha. Fleet Paw says, care to clarify on that, Son of Sam? Yeah. I would like an explanation as well. Onotographer. My friends and I once made chili with the meat of 7 animals, including elk and boar. It was the most murderous meal I ever ate, and it was delicious. I've had boar meat chili. There's a place in Stratford, which is kind of where I grew up, and it's called the Boar's Head Inn, and they serve boar meat. Like, they serve a chili made with boar meat, and it's fucking amazing. Wright says, I'm going to sign off for the evening, Stuart. Go make some late night dinner and watch Lower Decks of DS9 episode. Cheers, everyone. See you later, Wright. I'm sorry. Trekyards, no, in UK called a cheesy bacon double, but it kind of a meld between a Big Mac and a Whopper. Sent you a pic, LOL, if I can get you drooling. I love the Big King at Burger King. How are they? So expensive, but they're so good. So good. Get the Big King Jr. It's smaller, it's cheaper, and you get 2 of them. It's like, it's good. It's good. Don't get, and if you get the Big King XL, it's a little too much food. I think there's just a regular Big King, and there's also the Big King Jr. The juniors are really good. I really like the juniors. The smaller, I think, tastes better. So, hey Cap, have you tried an In-N-Out burger in your USA travels? Yes, once. We were down in LA, one of the Trekyards fans met up with us and took us to In-N-Out Burger, Samuel and myself, and I liked it. I thought it was good. The Holy Gabriel, tell you what, I love me a good steak as much as the next guy, but when lamb is done right by a chef who knows what they're doing, there is nothing quite as delicious. Love me some lamb. Now I want the Royale with cheese. Olivia Julius is loading. Okay. Eric Martin, what does everyone think of Andor so far? What? They're not talking about fucking Andor. Any Andor comments will not be read. What are you trying to do, Eric? We're talking about Lower Decks right now. I'll do an Andor live stream at some point. The Big King XL, love it, and it has 2 beef patties and that yummy special sauce. Could the murder novel you're talking about be the one of the Vanguard novels? And it's not one of the Vanguard novels. Trust me, I've got all the fucking Vanguard novels. It is not one of the Vanguard novels. Omnitographer, I'm going to say something blasphemous here, but I think that Carl's Jr. California Classic is better than a double-double. Okay. Brandon Carell, Animal Style is the only way for In-N-Out Burger. I've heard about Animal Style. I think that's what we got. He kind of ordered for us because we didn't know quite what to do. But yeah. Fleetpaw says, when I get Burger King, I get the Bacon King, as I am not a fan of 1,000 Island dressing. Bacon Kings are good too. Jaws, would you still be in favor of DS9 having modifications or additions to it, like additional sections? Nothing as drastic as Jug's revamp, of course. Yes. Keep the main structure, keep the pylons where they are. Maybe add an offshoot thing, sure. But it would probably be Federation technology, which I don't think would work with the Cardassian aesthetic. If you could add some Cardassian bits to it, sure. I would be opposed to it. What's Lower Decks? This is a food show. I know. Olivia put a picture of a pig. Trek or not, do you like Subway, Cap? I do like Subway, but I prefer Mr. Sub. Eric Martin, 100 food comments. And you are Andor? Yes, because I don't want to fucking start talking about Andor on top of this. Yes, I'm shaming you for Andor. Holy Gabriel, no one beats Five Guys for burgers. I've seen some videos on Pornhub where I've seen somebody beat Five Guys. She was small too. Just saying. But yeah, Five Guys burgers is really good. See you later, Donnie. Sorry about not talking about the episode, really. Daniel's Hot Topics. Did you hear what happened in Florida? There was a hurricane, and some people said that there were casualties. But wasn't everyone evacuated before the hurricane hit? I don't know. I've heard there was a hurricane, or that there's one coming. I haven't heard much else, so. Red Robin is better. I've been to Red Robin. Olivia now has a screaming cat. How many years, or sorry, T Nice House says, how many years after the DS9 finale did this episode take place? About 3 years afterwards. Spiked Psycho, more the idea internal. DS9 would finally have its Cardi Tech gutted and replaced with Federation Tech. Daniel's Hot Topics. Mr. Sub is great. If you go on Tuesdays, you can get a meatball sub. You know, on Thursdays, you get a pizza sub on special. Yeah, no, I only get the assorted. Why are you watching women eat on Pornhub? Oh, good God. Last Star Trek novel I read took place on DS9. A hoarder was loose on the station. Nice. There was a Burger King around here years ago, but closed. It never had business. Fast forward to last year, and they built a new one, and everyone is going crazy for it. Now Olivia has a picture of a flag, but I can't tell what flag it is. So, Eric Martin, have you had a Dandy's burger? It's close to you. They are huge. Yes, I've had Dandy's a few times. Dandy's is great. Dandy's is good burger, for sure. Just caught up on your reply, watching double speed, each to their own, mate. Oh, for the station. Yeah, I know. I was just joking about losing respect for you. I don't like it. So if you like it, that's cool. But that's all I'll say. Daniel's Hot Topics. I can't find the new DS9. Pull it up on screen, Captain Foley, so we can all see it. All right. You know what? I'll fucking look it up. Dun, 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 dun. This is the first fucking image that comes up if you type in new DS9. Wait. That is the new DS9. It's it's like a gyroscope. It's a gyroscope in space. It's no bueno. There it is with some close-up details. There it is with a Galaxy class and Excelsior class. It's a nice enough station. It's just not DS9. Fine in like the heart of the Federation, but it's not a good design for DS9 in my opinion. But hey, apparently I don't know anything, and teach their own, so that's fine. I just don't like it. Peter the Coco, $5. Anything new you are trying out on the PS5 lately? Nah, haven't really been doing much on the PS5. if they replace DS9, then they would probably use a space dock. BJ Tron says, I just saw DS9, and that is not DS9. Even that is gone now, thanks to Coda. Wow, it's ugly. It's ugly. All about it. It's ugly. Yeah. I'm going to just say it. Drex, what kind of crack were you smoking that day? Omnitographer, you know, I had managed to forget that design. Sigh. Holy Gabriel, yeah, I can feel the Taco Bell I ate earlier. Oh, wow. Yep, that's 50 Space Architect. Hell yeah, it is. Jaws, glad they had Shrax interact with Kira. Yes, that was awesome. A lesser show would have forgot he was Bajoran and left him on the ship. Also, apparently, MSG isn't any worse for you than other regular sodium. It was just hysteria. I know. Don't get me started. I could see that as a modern Starbase 1. Yes. Spiked Psycho. Idea DS9 would have 3 biodomes between the habitat ring and the outermost ring. Forest or Park, Farm Dome, and a Bajoran Garden and Lake Beach. That's a neat idea. Faxer says, well, some are still here even after we voted for independence, but then again, was only going to work with leaders that wanted independence. What the hell was that about? Good Tea Nice House, that is more hideous than Mrs. Rogers. Mrs. Roper in a moo-moo. Three's Company, I gotcha. I'm just going to ignore the chat for a minute. Get back to what we're talking about. And what we were talking about is hear nothing, or hear all, trust nothing. Sorry, my brain. A fantastic episode of Lower Decks. Definitely on track to be one of the best Lower Decks episodes, or at least in the top 10. And great use of legacy characters. Going back to DS9 was a real treat. The music, everything. Like I said, at the end of it, I just felt like I watched a good DS9 episode. But not too serious of a DS9 episode. The story with Mariner and Jen was kind of fun. Seeing her interact with Jen and her friends, and Jen be like, no, I want to see you teach them a lesson, was epic. So I really like that. And Tendi going all Orion Pirate, and not only Orion, her family wasn't only Orion Pirates, but they were full on Orion Syndicate. So she grew up, she knows her shit. I love how after she takes the ship too, she's like, my mom and dad would be so proud. But yeah. Great episode. It'll be interesting to see how I score it tomorrow. It's which, by the way, guys, join us tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time so that you can watch our full breakdown and review of this, because there's lots of little things we want to talk about. Loved all the gift shop merchandise, the Quark ears, the Quark doll, all that kind of stuff was really great. Squadron Course throws in $1. Thank you so much, Squadron Course. Much appreciated. I feel like I want to get that goddamn book, but I don't want to go searching through all these books either. Never mind, it's right here. It was staring at me the whole time. It's a Sam Cogley mystery. It's called Star Trek: The Case of the Colonist Corpse. That's the one. It's just a police procedural. Got the guy there. I thought it was a different picture. I think I actually have another version of it. This is a newer version of it. But there's the guy, and it's a Sam Cogley mystery. But yeah, The Case of the Colonist Corpse. That's it. It's not a Vanguard book. Let's see what it says. When Captain Kirk faced courts-martial, he chose the best lawyer in the Federation, Samuel T. Cogley, a cranky old man who prefers books to pads and people to computers. Now, once again, it's Sam Cogley for the defense. The planet Anir 2 sits in the middle of the neutral zone, and neither the Klingon Empire nor the Federation can claim it. Under the terms of the Organian Peace Treaty, any such contested colony world would go to the party, Federation or Klingon, which shows it can develop the planet the best. At first, the two colonies live in peace, but it's a fragile peace. One shattered when Administrator Daniel Latham, the head of the Federation colony, is found murdered, and Commander Maktor, the head of the Klingon colony, is found crouched over Latham's body, a discharged phaser still hot in his hand. When Lieutenant Ariel Shaw of Starfleet is assigned to prosecute, Maktor, Sam Cogley volunteers to defend the accused Klingon. But when Cogley's own investigation provides the prosecution with its key piece of evidence and his courtroom tactics unexpectedly backfire, can even the galaxy's most brilliant defense attorney win the day in the case of the colonist's corpse? This is the book I was talking about. There is a different cover for it. This has the delta with the body. There's another one that has like an old school chalk outline, like the rough shape of a body, and it's colored all in red, and it's got like a black delta on his chest. But yeah, this is it. It's got red pages too. BJ Turan, $1. Peter Lukaku, $1. Have you ever talked to Doug about the new DS9? Yes. He knows we don't like it. Just loves how Tendy manipulated her tool. That tool of her to her will. Mescally Orion probably shit himself seeing it properly used. It's 4 a.m. and I'm awake again. Stupid anxiety. Sorry to hear that, Sean. Never heard of that one. Squadron Course, I picked up another copy of the Making of Star Trek this week. Have to head to bed. 100% joy Black Cup. Thank you, Holy Gabriel. Have a good night. This Jericho, is that an officially licensed Star Trek novel? Yes, it is. See? Paramount. Star Trek. Ta-da! Yes, officially licensed. And it is by Pocket Books, in case you guys are wondering. I love the smell of books. I'm kind of like Sam T. Cogley that way. I love the smell of books. I love the feel of books. I'm addicted to books. I have a video on my channel that says I have an addiction. And it talks about my book addiction, because most of these I haven't even fucking read. But anyway. So I'm like Sam T. Cogley, that I like books, but I also like my technology, the pads. This is the big ass iPad, whatever the hell it is. It's the biggest iPad. 12.9 inch screen. Is that novel canon? No novels are canon. Novels are all what are known as beta canon. Let me put this away. There's all my Vanguard series. Yeah. It was hiding behind Miss QMX here. QMX 709. I got her, and I got the QMX Locutus, the QMX Worf, but the book was behind her, so it is up front. It wasn't behind, which was great. So, Squadron Course, $1. Peter Lukaku, $1. Jaws said, at first I thought they got Quark's character wrong when he started getting huffy about the Dominion War. Of course, that turned out to be a ruse. Classic DS9. All of the Star Trek books were canon until Disney said nah. All the Star Wars books, yes. But they weren't canon with two N's. They were canon with one N. Seven's head is too big. Honestly, you were looking at her head? Really? I see your Schwartz. I mean, iPad is as big as mine. I just bought the book for $8 on eBay. Enjoy it. It's been a long time since I read it, and I didn't read that version. That's a new version. Which cover did you get? Did you get the same cover? Because I swear to God there's another cover, and I probably have it somewhere. I need to do a live stream talking about some of my novels. Not just Star Trek, but other novels. I got a lot of cool novels, which I gotta read. I read most of them, but anyway. Where did all the puggies come from? Places that didn't want them. Fleet Plus Swift back $2. Fire the cannon. Have you seen the new Quantum Leap show? No, because I can't find where to fucking stream it. I have a Fire Stick, so I've got like fucking Discovery Plus, I've got Crave, I've got Disney Plus, I've got Netflix, I've got so many fucking streaming services. You type in Quantum Leap, it's not available anywhere. Where can I watch Quantum Leap? Yes, I want to watch the new Quantum Leap. I've heard mixed things, but the negative stuff is all fucking, fucking Panic Pecker and those assholes, the fandom menace. So I don't believe a fucking word they say. From what I've seen, the little pieces I've seen, it looks interesting and I want to check it out. It's on Peacock TV. Well, we have Peacock TV too. Don't know why it didn't come up in the search when I search, because the searches across all platforms. Peacock, huh? I'll check that out. Ever consider writing a book, Cap, or a Trekyards, the technical manual? Yes, these things have been considered. There's no wrong way to dance the Kobayashi Maroon. That's true. Joseph Barbado, that's definitely not the new Quantum Leap Bakula was talking about. So many streaming services, we should all just get cable again. Yeah. Excuse me. Anyway, fantastic episode of Lower Decks. Highly recommend. Best of the season so far. Well, that and the last episode are kind of in the running for the best. I mean, DS9, I think edges it out just because it's got DS9 and 2 legacy characters. Well, 3 if you count Morn. 3 legacy characters. So yeah, probably the best of the season thus far. Can they top it? Maybe, because we do see a Sovereign class come in and save the day in like the next movie version of Lower Decks, where Boimler is the captain of the Sovereign class ship. So they might be able to top this one. No, QL remake. Quantum Leap remake looks crap. Should have stuck with Bakula in this sequel series. This is a sequel series. This follows up as they're looking for Sam Beckett, from what I've heard. And I thought I didn't like the idea either. I wasn't happy with the premise, and no Scott Bakula coming in was like kind of like, fuck off, what the fuck you doing? But then I saw a few clips here and there, and I saw a new trailer, 2 new trailers actually, and I was like, this is worth at least checking out. I'm not going to pass judgment on it without watching it. I want to go watch it, and I'll watch it with Sylvia because we watched all of the original Quantum Leap together. So I just got to find time to watch it, and I will talk about it when I know more about it. Don't want to jump in half-assing it like an idiot. You can't talk about something, you can't critique something if you don't watch it. So I hate all these people that, I don't watch new Trek, but it's stupid. Well, okay. I'll trust your opinion because you're very educated on it, apparently. So, I think Al's daughter is the one that sent the new guy to find him. Haven't seen it yet, though. Yeah, I haven't seen it yet either. I'm not going to say anything bad about it till I watch it, so. Getting Serious, Flash Gordon 2007 and Knight Rider 2007 vibes from the economy. That could possibly be the case, and if it's anything like the new Knight Rider, it's going to be garbage. Because the new Knight Rider sucked, both of them. There was Team Knight Rider, and there was another Knight Rider with a fucking Mustang, of all things. And they were just garbage. So, I don't know. I'm going to give it a chance, at least, and see how good it is. Make up my own mind. But, yeah, I do want to watch it, so. You're not a panic pecker. You make informed judgments after watching and analyzing the shows. This is true. This is true. Plus, I've been my second one of these tonight. Blue Freezy, alcoholic, Blue Freezy, vodka alcoholic beverage. But yeah, I think I'm going to call it quits then. In conclusion, great episode of Lower Decks, and cheese is amazing. Thank you, Eric, for leading us down this path of talking about cheese. Fleetpaw said he started it, but it was actually Eric mentioning cheese. So thank you for enduring through all the cheese and food talk to get to here. Totally agree, Squadricourse. It's okay to dislike something, but you should, you should give it a try first. Yes. And on that note, thank you so much for watching. Have yourselves a great night. Tune in tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for my for our live breakdown and review of this. And check out my videos on the Captain Foley personal channel. I just uploaded 3 today, and one of them is about a handout from a Star Trek convention from 1975. It's worth taking a look at that. So if you're not subscribed to the Captain Foley personal channel, what's wrong with you? Go subscribe now. Do it. And yeah, also check out my video on the Playmobil Klingon Bird of Prey that was released the other day as well on the Trekyards main channel. Interesting piece, and it'll be interesting to see what exactly it's like when people start getting it. So, but anyway, until next time, I'm Captain Foley, and I'll see you guys later. Bye, everybody.